40 seconds to go. Hawks down by 1. Young, no. Clint Capella, one of his 19 rebounds. Up and good. Hawks a 1-point lead. Ensuing Bucks possession, 30 seconds to play. Their big problem in close playoff games has been where do they go for that bucket? They work it around, and that's a good look for Pat Connaughton, but he airballs it. And as it gets swatted around, it's ultimately Trae Young who comes away with it, and he gets fouled, and the Hawks are smelling it. Final 5 seconds. Bucks down 3. Last chance. Middleton. No good. Trae Young, 48 points, 11 assists for the 3rd straight series. Atlanta steals game 1.
It's special. I wanted to achieve things like that when I was a rookie. Coming in to achieve an accomplishment like that, it's a great accomplishment for our team and for the city.
You got to make it as tough as possible for him and make him play a lot of one-on-one. But at the end of the day, like, he had 48 points. 48 points, like, he's a great player. He has the ball a lot in his hands, but we just got to make it as tough as possible.
Now, this is a legendary performance, and look at the company that he keeps here. The 48 tying LeBron for the most points by a player at age 22 or younger in a conference finals game. When LeBron did it, that was that legendary game against Detroit where he scored the final 25 points. This is another one we might be remembering for a very long time. And let's bring in Vince Carter again. And Timmy Legs gets up with us for the first time this morning. And so, Tim, let me come to you here. We've been waxing rhapsodic all morning long. How would you describe the show that 22-year-old Trae Young put on last night?
Honestly, for me, watching that, it was a little bit mind-blowing. And it reminded me a lot of Game 1 against Philly when I was saying to myself, this guy's coming out here and Philadelphia's treating him like some other dude. And he got loose. And I felt like Milwaukee kind of did that too. And he's at the point now where it's clear to me after watching what he was doing last night, I'm saying to myself, this guy must be so much better than we even thought going into the postseason, because nobody has an answer. And the reason they don't is because there is nothing he can't do offensively. He has every shot in the book. So no matter how you play him, it could be a deep 3, it could be a mid-range pull-up, it could be a floater from literally any distance. He also has the ability to completely beat you with his passing. And that's what makes this guy so special, because there are nights he doesn't have the shot flowing. He still can pick you apart and make you pay for every mistake you make as a passer. And that's why this guy now is on a level where you start using the word superstar. I use it very sparingly. That's what we're watching right now. This is a superstar offensive player that is controlling games on a level with guys like LeBron James, James Harden at his best, Luka Doncic. Trae Young's in that category. That's the level to which he is dominating these defenses and controlling every single possession he's on the floor. It's really special.
It's fascinating. And Vince, we heard Trae in that soundbite referencing how he envisioned this when he was a rookie. Well, you were there when he was a rookie. You were his teammate. Tell me what you saw then, and tell me how he has turned into this.
This is what Trae wanted. He wanted this spotlight. He wanted this stage and put up those type of numbers, but didn't know how to do it and still win. Now he understands what needs to happen and how to go about it. Right there, I'm probably telling him, hey, every now and then, look for your boy, and I'm always open. And there it is. The result, I make a 3. But no, it's just like he understands the game. He wants to learn and get better. But I tell you, the organization has done a great job of putting what he needs around him. Shooting, lob threats, and bigs that set great screens to allow him to get into the paint to make those type of plays right there. So they understand what they have on their team in Trae Young, and they're utilizing every ability that he has.
Tim Legler, I think a lot of people overlooked, including myself, overlooked Atlanta to a degree because they really had 2 seasons. This was a mediocre team for the first half of this season. And then when they hired Nate McMillan, they made the coaching change. From that point forward, they had the same record as the Sixers, who were the 1 seed. They had a better record than the Bucks. And so to the point that Vince is making about how well constructed this team is around Trae Young, are we looking at a team, Tim, that could win the championship this year?
Man, well, I tell you what, I thought the Bucks were a prohibitive favorite going into this series because they've got, especially the way Drew Holiday's playing, as aggressively as Drew Holiday's playing. So for me, I look at that team with 3 different guys that can really attack you and beat you offensively, and it's really about Trae for Atlanta. I'm looking at it now. Look, if you're going to go in there and steal game one and do it this effortlessly for Trae Young, there's no question that this team right now is capable of winning the whole thing. Look, this is a different landscape than what we expected to see right now. There is no Brooklyn Nets team. There is no Lakers team. Philadelphia, the 1 seed, is gone. So the landscape looks a lot different. We know the Milwaukee Bucks have had some issues in close games in the past. So they're going to be in some more in this series. So absolutely, this is a team, shockingly to all of us, that actually could win it all, because what we have seen, and it's so rare to see, a guy go from a really, really good player to a superstar in this period of time. But that is where he has taken this team, and they're feeding off of this guy's confidence in a way that you will rarely see. He's making plays that are almost clowning defenses in live action. When you shimmy your shoulders on a three in a conference finals game, when you throw a lob pass off the backboard in the middle of a pick and roll in a crowded lane, it tells you he's seeing things and processing things at a rate that only great players, like signature players of all time, can do. To even attempt that pass with that many guys in the paint off live action in the conference finals tells you where this guy's confidence level is right now, and they're all feeding off of it. They believe they've got the best player on the floor, and when you believe that, absolutely you can get it done.
Final word, Vince, go.
And I'm going to say, absolutely, he loves to play, and he's mentioned that, but the game has slowed down for him. And when the game slows down for you as a player with that ability, you're dangerous. You're dangerous, and you're hard to guard. And the reason I want to say with the Bucks defense, they were sitting back because they didn't want to get in a foot race with their bigs and Trae. So the question is now, what do you do? And I mentioned earlier in the first round and the second round in game ones, Trae was the facilitator early, and then he took over. This series, he was aggressive from start to finish. So they have a decision to make on how they're going to play him. So look for Trae to just break them down however the defense plays him.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.